Hello and welcome back to my podcast, Gastrointestinal Interviews. Today I'm joined by a very special guest, your small intestine. I interviewed it a couple days ago, and this is what we talked about. The small intestine is very skinny, but I wouldn't call it small. The average small intestine found in an adult human is 22 feet long. Today we're going to go on a walk with your small intestine to show you how long it really is. The small intestine is a vital part of your digestive system. Once food leaves your stomach, it goes straight to the small intestine, and the intestine's job is to break food down, absorb its nutrients, and solidify the waste so it can be excreted. Your small intestine has three major parts: the duodenum, the jejunum, and the ileum. Your small intestine also receives help from other organs in your body to help it break down foods. These other organs have ducts that feed into the duodenum, the first part of your small intestine. These ducts transfer digestive juices into your duodenum. Hormones in the duodenum signal to these organs to release these juices once food is present. After chemical digestion in the duodenum, the food is moved to the jejunum. Nerves in the intestinal walls trigger its muscles to move the food back and forth in a process called segmentation. Segmentation mixes the food with the digestive juices, which helps to dissolve it. Other muscles in the jejunum move the food gradually forward until they are moved to the next part of your small intestine. The walls of your small intestine are lined with mucosa. Mucosa is a thick substance with multiple glands that both excrete and absorb. In the ileum, mucosa excretes small digestive enzymes, and the glands absorb the nutrients from your food. In the ileum, segmentation slows down, and peristalsis takes over, gradually pushing the food towards the large intestine, where it will be excreted from the body. During our interview, we also discussed how pH can affect your small intestine. Your small intestine plays a huge role in the digestive process through the help of enzymes, which break down more complex compounds into simpler ones. However, all enzymes can only work in specific conditions. Enzymes work because they have a very specific structure which allows them to bond with specific chemicals. However, if the pH gets too high or too low around the enzymes, then their chemical structure will change and they won't be able to bond with chemicals and break down substances. The enzymes that work in your small intestine need a basic pH to operate. Bile is an extremely necessary substance because it cancels out the acidity of the food coming from the stomach, and it creates a basic pH so the enzymes can work and break down your food and absorb its nutrients. You're probably asking yourself, am I doing something that's causing my small intestine's enzymes to not work? Well, it really depends on what you're eating. Your diet can significantly impact your digestive system. If you eat too many foods with sugar, fat, and other processed materials, this can increase your stomach's acidity, which makes it harder for the bile to balance out that acid and make a basic environment for your small intestine. Eating food with alkaline minerals can help balance out the acidity in your stomach, which makes it easier for the bile to maintain a good pH for your small intestine. Eating a diet with a good balance of whole grains, protein, good vegetables really helps maintain a healthy environment for your digestive system and allows your small intestine to do its job. But wait, what happens if the pH in your small intestine does get messed up? Does it just fail and stop working? Luckily, no. The small intestine relies on the help from its friend the pancreas to release sodium bicarbonate into the small intestine, which helps regulate the pH so things don't get too acidic and your small intestine's enzymes can continue doing the good work. Your body has ways of self-regulating its pH, but outside factors such as your diet can affect the pH in your small intestine, so it's important to take good care of yourself. Unfortunately, everything in your small intestine isn't always sunshine and roses. Short bowel syndrome, otherwise known as SBS, is a medical condition that causes your small intestine to be unable to absorb the proper nutrients, vitamins, and water from your food, which can be fatal. This is most commonly occurring in people who have had half or some of their small intestine removed. So there's just too much food coming through and too little small intestine and too little small intestine enzymes to properly process this food. Symptoms include diarrhea, nausea, weight loss, and this can be fatal if it's not treated. Don't worry. Doctors have done a lot of research and found great treatments for people with SBS, and they're continuing to do more research to find more ways to help people with SBS. The main treatments for SBS is oral rehydration, parenteral rehydration, and enteral rehydration. Another treatment that may be helpful to certain patients with SBS is to have a small intestine transplant. So there's more of their small intestine to go around and they can properly absorb their nutrients again.